So can you want that white picture?
It's Ben Vickery.
Alright, okay, and what's your rank on board?
I'm the Lieutenant Commander. I'm Principal Wharf Officer.
Right, okay, so you've been out there the whole 6 months?
Yes, yes.
Right. And who's this that's come to meet you
This
today?
is my wife Emily and my son Oliver. He's 18 months old, almost. Yeah.
Oh, so I bet he's changed a lot in the time that you've been away.
Yes, I saw him. It came out at Christmas time. We were in Dubai, so I saw him at Christmas. But yeah, he's changed quite a lot. He was a baby when I left, and he's a little boy now, definitely.
Oh, it must be wonderful to be back. And like,
yeah,
he learned to walk, hasn't he? Since
yeah, learned to walk. Yeah. So, yeah.
Oh, so what are you planning to do with your time now? I mean,
just go home and just relax and chill out, basically. Yeah.
How does it feel to be back home?
Brilliant, absolutely brilliant. Kind of surreal, very cold. Not what we're used to, but it's not bad at all.
Any highlights of the trip for you?
Highlights, Dubai at Christmas was pretty good when Melissa flew out to meet me.
Has it been a long wait?
Oh yes, very long wait. Excited and nervous and everything, couldn't wait for him to come back. And a very cold wait this morning as well, my fingers have gone yellow.
Talk through the successes of this last 6 months.
Oh, we've had any number of successes. As you know, we've been out in the Gulf of Aden, initially as part of a coalition force at 150 for counter-narcotics and just countering the destabilising maritime activity, which is a grand way of saying everything else that goes on other than legal trade. But then, of course, piracy started to increase during the spring of last year. The Somalian pirates were taking more and more ships from the Gulf of Aden. So what we've been able to do is be part of the organisations, both coalition and also the newly formed European Union coalition, Op Atalanta, specifically to counter piracy, but also our primary mission, which was to escort World Food Programme ships. And the statistics that I will take away most, the ones that I will remember, is that Northumberland actually managed to make sure that 50,000 tonnes of food aid got to Somalia, which is enough to feed 2.5 million people for a month. And that's a huge success.
A lot of people have mentioned to me, going how proud they were going into Mogadishu, and it sounds like that was sort of the crowning moment, really, of the mission.
There's been a lot of that, yes. Going into Mogadishu, it's just even looking from a couple of miles out as you approach the harbour, you can see most of it is derelict, bombed out. It's completely lawless. You and I walk around with a wallet and a mobile phone. They walk around with a Kalashnikov. That's what Mogadishu is like. It's to make sure that the aid got through. That was a really proud moment for me, and I'm very proud of every member of my ship's company.
It sounds like it's a really good bunch out here. I mean, everyone seems to have just really got on so well.
Yes.
It's a real unit.
Yeah, they are an amazing bunch of people. The deployment we ended up doing wasn't that which we set out to do, and halfway through we have it all changed around. We're back into the Gulf of Aden. We're not going to the Falkland Islands or South America. We've got to rearrange everything for the European Union mission, and they responded magnificently. Absolutely fantastic.
So what were the real struggles then? I mean, there must have been a few moments where.
Mostly actually internal. There was a couple of times when you work a ship very hard, a couple of things go wrong, and we lost a couple of chilled water plants, which the engineers put right in a couple of days. Long distances between logistics stops is probably the biggest thing to counter. When you're escorting a vessel at 5 knots for 1,400 miles, it takes a long time. So when things do go wrong, you've got to wait until you arrive at the next port to fix it. And right at the very end, we lost a diesel engine, and we had to have that replaced completely in theatre, just to make it safe for to go through the sewers and come back to the UK and be on time or as near as possible. And everybody was telling me, as soon as it arrives on the jetty, minimum of 5 days to repair. 3 days later, we sailed, and that's down to my team and a very, very professional team from the UK as well.